What's going on, party people? It is so good to be here.
Hi, everyone. We're here. Another episode.
Another episode.
I know you guys missed us last week.
Yes,
we missed y'all too.
We missed you too. Spring break, y'all. Spring break.
Yeah, we were like, deuces, we gone.
Spring break. So we wanted to have this episode done for spring break. We were like, nah. Better live.
Much better.
Better live.
Much better.
Okay? Much better live. Let me see what we got here. I see two people in the chat, and the two people are me and you. LinkedIn fam, what's going on with you?
I know. We're still waiting for people to jump on.
It's all good. It's all good.
In the room. The room is ready. We're waiting for y'all. Come on in.
That is correct. We're waiting on you.
For those who are new to the channel, we are the Incubators Couch.
That's right.
Which is unscripted, vulnerable conversations with entrepreneurs and business owners just like you. I keep thinking to throw in the small in there, but it's just business owners
just like
you.
Hey, listen, there is no better client bureau. So here we hold space for you to be able to share those interesting, unique, and sometimes horrific client stories.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we turn that thing around and examine it, and we try to learn from that thing. So it's good times all the way around. I see somebody in the chat.
Hi, Marianne.
What's going on, Marianne?
Love you, Marianne. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for coming through and hanging out with us tonight. We love it. Coming to you live from Huntsville, Alabama. For those that are not aware, listen, our business name is Composition LLC
with a K.
Composition with a K, and we bring to life our clients' vision with visually composed elements.
And what are those elements? Web design?
Web design and live video, okay? And live video is simply any video where you're alive.
Exactly.
No, it's that really literally means any kind of video. It could be pre-produced videos. We've done PSAs, I'm getting ready to do a course for a client literally this week. We're going to record a course for his 501c3 organization. So there's just so many different ways that you can use video for your business, your brand, for your side hustle, for your passion project, or, as a CEO, you just want to get that message out there. And video is better. I said this morning on one of my streams. This is actually stream number 3 for me today, just to FYI. I'm doing a lot, but I said this morning, and somebody told me I'll put that on a T-shirt. I'll buy it. I said, "A picture is worth 1,000 words." Well, a video is worth 1,000 pictures. And he was like, "Oh, I want that one."
That's
so I was
bad,
like, "Okay, bet."
Okay, that's good.
Copyright.
You cannot steal it. Don't even. Hi, Deborah.
What's going on, Deborah Brewer? Oh, Deborah, it's been a minute. Thank you so much for coming through. Excited to have you with us. Listen, notifications don't work no more. This is what I've realized.
I know.
We need to get a mailing list together for Incubators Couch so that we can send out a notification when we are live. Listen, we're doing something new. As we start things off, we want you to chime in. Tell us where your business is. What's your business name? Where is it located? And what does your business do? Tell us your business name, where is it located, and what do you do? We just did that.
Yeah, we
Composition
just did
LLC,
that.
Huntsville, Alabama, even though we serve the world. And no, we do. The clients are literally everywhere.
Pretty much,
and then we also, where we are, web design and live video. So where your business, what your business name is, where it's located, and what do you do? Who do you serve?
Put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat. We'd
so
love to hear.
Know,
Deborah says, yes, it's been a minute. Yes. But listen, once fam, always fam. We love it. We love that you're here with us. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with us tonight. While you guys do that, we're gonna dive into the host rant.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. We're not doing an unscripted thing tonight.
Hey, we can. Why not?
All right. Unscripted.
There's an unwritten culture of being Black. We wear bonnets to protect our hair. We dress with style and create new trends. There's even an art to washing our clothes. We make self-care and therapy cool. We shop Black-owned to support our community. Unscripted is an interactive shopping television streaming network that aims to redefine the narrative in the Black community. The content is Black-led, the brands are Black-owned, and the network is too. We believe entertainment and shopping should be fun, so we created a way to do both. businesses can join our marketplace and advertise through our network, and viewers can watch TV and buy products that they like instantly. Working together is definitely something to celebrate. Join our community today.
Best it's looked. Oh man, we are so excited.
He was busy talking. I don't know why he was talking.
I didn't know it was coming to a close. We're so excited for our partnership with Unscripted.
Yes.
Unscripted is picking up Incubators Couch. FYI.
Yes.
Unscripted is picking up Incubators Couch. So they'll be playing season 1 on their platform
every Monday.
Imagine
Monday,
that.
So if you missed season 1, just check out Unscripted and you can see.
Or if you saw season 1, check out Unscripted.
Yeah.
And check them out as well. Really cool stuff.
Really cool platform.
We always want to make sure you know that we've got merch, and so there's a couple of t-shirts out there, and some of you are being obedient. So for those that are coming brand new, I see Florence has joined us.
Yeah.
We need your business name. I don't care if you did it last week. I don't care if you did it the week before.
Every week, so we can
need
shout
your
you out.
business name. We need where you're located and what do you do? Who do you serve? What is your secret sauce? All right. So Deborah Brewer says Sunshine Creations by DB. I've seen that handle. Yeah, in the chat. Yeah. I've seen that handle. Spring Hill, Florida. Ooh.
Oh, Florida? Yeah,
Spring Hill. My parents have property in Spring Hill.
Over there,
yeah. That's where Horatio lives. Okay, dope. Okay, Spring Hill, Florida. Graphic design service, web design, augmented reality, video, and more. You are quite literally right with us.
Pretty much.
Augmented reality,
we
video.
We
did, yes. But I still love it. I just love it. There's, what I love to say? You know what I love to say? There is enough food at the table for everybody to eat. There's no need for competition.
True.
Some people think, oh, she's in the same business as you. Oh, you can't shout her out. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
We definitely can.
I can tell you this right now. Our target audience might not be hers, even though we have the same, similar business.
Exactly.
So, and think about that for your business as well. I love that. And we want to shine a floodlight. So Deborah Brewer, man, Sunshine Creations DB.
She is waiting for it's in the email t-shirt. We need to make the shirt. You know what?
What's happening now?
She says we need to make that shirt. It's in the email.
Okay, some of my colleagues were oozing. Okay, dang.
We're going to make that.
We're going to make that shirt.
I think that's a good one to make. We'll make that one.
It's in the email? Yes, you are so correct.
That's a good one.
Deborah, this is why you have to be here. This is a community-led scenario, situation. We got to have you guys here.
Okay, we're going to do that one for sure. And we got another one in the chat. Marion has posted. She
Come on.
is with Wyndham Travel and Leisure. And y'all, she's been doing this for 19 years. She's
clap it up. Yes. Clap it up.
She's also in my BNI networking group. And y'all, she works with clients all over the world. Like she has people in different countries right now doing their trip.
She's also all over the world.
Yes, she is. Man, why did I not go to school for that? Because
I'm telling you, man,
her job is
she travels all the time. Yeah.
And y'all, working with her as a travel agent is for free.
Y'all, this is why we start the show by doing this. And this is why as soon as you come in, don't wait for us to say it. As soon as you come in, tell us your business name, where your business is, what you do. We want to know. And if you, just like how the other two have done it, if your business is, let's say, Spring Hill or in this case, Huntsville, and you serve the world, make sure you put that as well. Because there's some businesses you can't.
It's local.
If it's local, you can't really. We had Abria Queen on a couple weeks ago, and she, mostly she does some Zoom stuff, but it's really difficult. Some of my coach clients were looking for it. Oh man, okay, all right, that's on us.
We're gonna do it.
That's on us. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna get this. We're gonna listen before the next episode, and we got a new series coming as well. So with that said, let's get into our host rant. Ooh. You know we're back already.
Oh. You see, he be messing me up. He asking me questions and he knows this thing is mad short. He said he don't remember what the host rant is. The host rant is, y'all, and it's his host rant, not mine. The host rant is like when you are meeting with the client, what is the purpose of that discovery call?
Come on.
The discovery call is for, you to hear how you can possibly work together. It is not a brainstorming session, y'all.
No.
That's not what it is for. A client needs to come prepared with all the different things figured out. We are just here to implement that vision. We are not here to walk you through that process. And if that's what you do want to do, then that's a whole different thing you need to set up with people like us.
That's a whole different booking.
That's
for me, I have an entire ideation session that is dedicated to that. So yeah, what I titled it was, you need to either have a clear vision for what you want to do, or you need to book an ideation session.
Yes.
Have a clear vision or book an ideation
or
session.
Or consultation for some of the
business. Well, yes, for me it's ideation session, which is consultation. But in the ideation session, I have a process that I take people through that allows you to really get down to the brass tacks.
Yeah.
I'm using the 5 whys method. But anyway, the concept is, you must come to a discovery call for us both to discover one another. You're discovering me and the services that I provide. I'm discovering you to figure out what are some of the types of things that you might, and to be clear, I had a discovery call this morning. Some of the things that I'm going to do with this particular client we didn't touch on everything in the discovery call that we're going to do in this first project. We touched on a myriad of things, and this first project is just one of them. But I want to know, what are some of the types of needs you have? Yes. Some of the needs that she has are not needs that I can fulfill, but I have a network. You see what I'm talking about? And there are things that happen in a discovery call that allow me to say, hey, let me put you in touch with, boom. Yes. Discovery call is critical. It is mutually beneficial. I mean, it allows me to make sure my network is getting, a piece of the pie, but also it allows me to really understand the vision that this person has for their business.
And it helps you determine, am I going to work with this person or not? Because it works on both sides. It's not just, oh, I'm desperate. No, we're going to see if we are a good fit, because you don't want to work with someone that's not a good fit, and vice versa. That can't work.
So the other thing I have here is, as a client, you need to come with an idea, a fully fleshed out idea. Yes. And then my next line is, intentionality is thinking through all the aspects or seeking guidance. Intentionality, meaning, oh man, I'm doing a project for a client, and I'm saying to the guy, I said to him 2-3 times already, what does this space look like? We're going to record something. I was like, because set design will make or break the joint. I mean, it's the difference between, recording on a blank wall and having, the depth of field, sitting at the kitchen table, but you can see the stuff in the background. What does the space look like? Can you send me some pictures? How early can I get in? And so we did the shoot, and he's just kind of like, man, it looks so bland. I'm like, you had to have known this.
It's your
this is what it was going to be the whole time. I was like, I don't have creative control over this set. And so
unless you're going to book me to set up your studio or your backdrop or whatever it is, ask me to add it to the bill, and voila, I can do that for you.
Yeah, but even with that, it's not a technical aspect of the project. It is just something that if you were intentional, you would
know, like, I need to have this together.
You don't need somebody to come over to your house and say, hey, since you're having guests tomorrow, maybe you should clean up. You don't need anybody to well, let me take it back, maybe you do. but my point is, if you think through your process, if you think through what exactly you're going to achieve, you will come to some list of to-dos that it's like, okay, I need to have something for this, I need to have something for this. Some really, really critical things there. All right, here's the last one. Logistics. Do you know logistics makes Amazon?
Come on.
Do you know logistics makes Apple? Let's be clear. Apple is the king of unboxing. Like, there is whole channels dedicated to unboxing because Apple decided they were going to change the entire experience. You remember cell phones used to come in that little plastic joint, and you had to cut the edge off all the way around, and it's like you needed the jaws of life to open that joint up. But the cell phone was just there.
Just plain and boring.
Boring. Now everybody has an entire unboxing scenario. Logistics makes Apple. Logistics is why FedEx and UPS run the world. And that's why Amazon is getting in on that piece of the pie. If you don't understand, that's actually Amazon's bread and butter. They've figured out how to get product from warehouse to your door in 2 days or less. That's ridiculous. Logistics. And if you aren't a logistics person, you need to either outsource it or begin, strengthening that muscle. Because whenever you're doing a project, it doesn't matter what you're doing in business. We often talk about your business is about X, right? Whatever that thing is. But there's all these other things that you need to do in order to make the business a business.
Yes.
In order for people to patronize your business, in order for people to get to your secret sauce, I still got to have, a profit and loss statement. I got to have a way to do.
You gotta know that stuff. That's not for me to figure out.
You got to have your logistics done.
Yeah.
So all those pieces are things that I'm always mindful of, and there are things that you hear in the discovery call, and you start to realize like, so when you saw this, did you do this? Oh no, I didn't think about that. Red flag. Probably not going to go any further.
No.
So that's my rant for today, man. I still have some other stuff on the list here, but those are the ones. No, we just can't copy what somebody else did.
Oh my goodness, y'all. I have actually had requests like that.
No, we can't. Oh, can we just do what like this one?
No.
What about this one did you want? Everything. Oh, you wanted that? Yeah. Well, I didn't do that one, so maybe you need to go hire that person.
Go hire that person.
So that they can
find out who
give
did
you
it for
thing.
you.
But those are some of the things. And in business, both from business to B2C and B2B, business to customer, business to business, you got to be able to really come with a fully fleshed out idea.
Yeah.
Even if it's not your area of expertise, at least do some homework, do some Googling, do some YouTube searches, look at the things that you like and the things that you don't like, so that you can come with a concept, an idea.
Exactly.
People come with wanting a website and they haven't looked at several. Kanique
They
will send them
idea.
to these themes, and they're just lost in these themes because they're just like, oh my goodness, there's too much to choose from. But that's what the process requires. I mean, if you didn't come with a list of things that you knew you wanted in your website, then you're gonna have a difficult time with that joint. And that's what I wanted to share with everybody today. That is our host rant. Did anybody else come in with their business name and stuff like that? I don't see any.
No, but I see more people watching. So please post your business name, location. What do you do? So we can, give you a shout out.
We want to shout you out. Now, we do have a resource of the week, and it's a big one. So let's get
It's not. Oh, yes.
You see? I told her this time while the video was still playing, I was like, it's almost done. Anyway, on the screen is this is a screenshot of a website. I was on a show recently, and they talked about the Corporate Transparency Act and how it affects businesses, basically all of us. And so just put a 1 in the chat if you're familiar with Corporate Transparency Act, you've already done what's required, you've kind of walked this road already. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 2. If you're like, huh? What? Let me find my phone and put the 2 on that joint.
I'll put a 2.
Because
I had no idea, but I did go to the bank today, and my banker, who I was meeting with, she did mention this to me. So yeah, it's like we were on the same kind of thread on this whole topic here. So guys, do your research because this is very important.
Shavavian is on the live. What's going on?
And you have until next January to have this done by. So do your research, y'all.
It isn't. I've seen some alarming stuff out there. Seen some YouTube videos, people trying to scare folks. It's not. I don't want to. I love it. I don't want to make it seem like it's, your business about to crumble. It is a requirement.
It is a requirement.
They're trying to crack down now. If you are money laundering, then you do need to be.
Gonna be worried,
you need to be worried. If you're laundering money, then you need to be worried. But they're cracking down on businesses. Because then you don't have to know who the actual owner of the business is in order to register an LLC, and they want to make that very clear.
Yes.
And so that's what this basically says. The website that's there, fincen.gov/BOI, is where you want to go. And I've got a screenshot of that as well. Beneficial ownership information. Essentially, this is what has been added, and for any LLC, INC, corporation, whatever, they want this.
And if your business was created before January 2024, as in everyone, you have to go ahead and get this done.
Oh, but if your business was created after January 2024,
you should be good.
Oh no, you have 30 days.
Is it 30 days?
If your business was created after January 2024. After.
I thought I read that you were good to go because I figured you would have already filled that out.
That's why they're saying that. You should have filled it out when you've registered your business, but some people haven't, and those people are in trouble. So if you did listen, this is a resource of the week because I feel like this is a hot topic.
No, for
I'm
real,
seeing the
this is
twos in the
important.
chat, and I'm like, okay, so this was relevant because I put a 2 in because I had no idea what these guys were talking about when I'm on that show looking around like, and people are in the chat saying, oh yeah, this, that, the third, I had to get mine done. I'm like, gulp. Didn't know about this. So I was under a rock, clearly. But yeah, vincent.gov/BOI. It has a lot of information that's there, and it really kind of brought the tone down for me a little bit because there's a lot of stuff out there, but this is the official site. This is the official space. And if you have an accountant, somebody that manages your books, or chat with them as well. If you got somebody that's kind of like a business coach or, helped you to kind of register your LLC, chat with them as well. They're going to know about this and they're going to be able to walk you through that process. Shavamian, I see you in the chat, but you haven't put your business name.
She just came on. So
you haven't put your business name, where you're from, and who you serve. We want to create an environment here where we get a chance to shout out everybody. We're about to dive into our incubator spotlight, which is a little bit different this week. We want to spotlight our business. We've got a masterclass coming up. Some of the people that are here from my channel, I see one of my moderators, Florence Donald is here. I see Michael Fleming's here. Definitely, you guys are already aware of the masterclass, but I wanted to make sure that we get a chance to share that in this space as well. So that's our incubator spotlight. But our guest for tonight is
Taina Nixon.
Yes,
life coach extraordinaire.
Yes, indeed.
She is amazing, y'all.
Yes,
so
indeed.
Get ready for an amazing story. She's great.
Yeah. Definitely some good things to come. So let's get into it. Oh, that just made us big.
That didn't work.
She says, "What up, my peeps? What up? What up?" All right, so let's dive in. We're excited to kick off our 2024 Masterclass series with StreamYard functionality. Our Masterclass series have tiers for each platform that we cover. Those tiers are functionality, going over all the features and functions of a platform. Then there is strategy, giving you use cases on stacking key functions to arrive at a desired result. And then finally, we have hacks. We'll share things that can be done with each platform that is either little known or not originally part of what the designers intended. You can do that? Yeah. March 24 from 1 to 3 p.m., we'll have our StreamYard Functionality Masterclass. $67 holds your seat, and discount codes are available for members. Go to kirkarnugent.com/masterclass or scan the QR code to register. Take 2 hours out of your schedule to learn all the current functions and features of StreamYard in an open format. Reserve your seat today, and let's figure out how it all works.
With another interviewee, we have with us Taina Nixon with us, and we are so happy to have her with us today. I know I'm supposed to be doing the intro, but I know I'm messing it up because he usually does this.
We're switching seats for just a second. So what you're supposed to say is, we want to say a word of welcome to our podcast listeners, because you know what I'm saying, y'all are coming through. You're hanging out with us today. We want to also thank all of you who are watching live with us right now. Thank you guys for coming through and hanging out with us today, man. This is Incubators Couch, unscripted, vulnerable conversations for business owners and entrepreneurs just like you. And we hold space here because there is no better client bureau
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
there isn't.
Yeah. And some of the clients are trash.
Yes, they are. And we are here to talk about
this
that.
This is the truth. And so we want to talk about that. Sometimes these clients that are garbage come to teach us some things, and we're excited. But listen, we praise God for the good clients. You may not hear us say that often, but we do. We have plenty of good clients, and they are phenomenal. They are.
One bad client.
But those bad clients, they cause me to refine my processes. I learn from them.
Yes, you
good
do.
clients, I just say, oh Lord, can I have more of them? They pay on time. I got one right now. I was just like, I said to the lady, I'm gonna have to charge you another hour of video editing for this. She's like, oh, send the bill. I said, what? What?
Glory.
Yes. We need more. All right. Yes. I'm already off topic. Taina, how are you?
I'm good. How
are you sure?
I'm doing all right.
We already starting off with jokes, y'all. Don't mind us.
This is fam for those that are not aware. We rock together. That's a whole other story for another time. But we had her husband on in season one of our first guests actually.
He was
Paul Nixon, and we said we would bring on his better half in that season, and never quite happened.
It didn't happen. So this season we are happy to have Taina with us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Happy to be here.
Yes.
Yes.
So Taina, take some time, tell people what you do. I love this. I'm excited, man. You guys need to take out your pen and paper. Make sure you see that handle right below her, right there on the screen. The Taina Nixon. Go ahead and grab that. Her links will be in the description, in the show notes for the podcast, in the description for those watching the video. Share with us a little bit about what you do.
You guys are catching me in an interesting season.
Yes.
Because I'm doing a lot of things. It's a lot of throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks. Yeah,
that works.
Is that not the business?
I was gonna say, I think it's just the heart of entrepreneurship right now.
This is it.
Yeah, so I'm pivoting a little bit in a lot of ways. So let's start with I do content creation. A lot of that time was spent being an influencer, but I'm kind of broadening my horizons a little bit because, as you know, I've been offered a position to create content on behalf of another organization.
That's correct.
And that is beyond the scope of influencing. That's like strategizing, storytelling, like all of those different things.
It's a whole different muscle.
Exactly.
That's it. Yeah.
So I am kind of exercising those muscles now. And then I also am sort of doing consulting where people will come and ask me questions about how to become an influencer or how to learn how to build their brand online.
Dope.
I've been able to, by the grace of God, build a pretty steady brand online for women, Christian women more specifically, revolving around their relationship with God and gaining confidence from their relationship with God and how they show up in the world.
I love it.
Just by sharing my everyday life, basically.
That's awesome.
And so,
Love it.
And
Love
I
it.
also just do odd jobs. So just random things.
Put a 3 in the chat if you as an entrepreneur are throwing some things against the wall or that you do odd jobs. I mean, listen, I should see nothing but 3s going right now. Right?
We do that all the time.
We do that all the time.
Throw it at the wall.
Hey, can you do so-and-so? You're like, I could do that.
Speaking of which, I even forgot to mention, I also do life coaching, basically upon request.
Yes, that's true.
And that was an odd job. I had built this community online of women, and they started asking me, like, do you offer coaching or mentorship? And I was like, I could.
That's actually how I got into it as well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really, because I would do these training sessions telling people, how to tweak their live stream and get things right.
Yeah.
And then one guy was like, I really don't have anything technical to ask you. I just want you to coach me. I was like, oh.
Okay.
I could do that.
I could do that. He's like, well, you kind of already have been, so we just want to make it formal. I was like, all right, bet.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's basically
dope.
also something that I do. I offer coaching, and right now I'm looking into doing it almost on a corporate level, where I can work with organizations and offer coaching to their either employee base or their clientele as part of packages that they offer.
Listen, talk about expansion, growth, organic. This is what it's all about. This is quite literally the entrepreneur's rhythm.
Right.
Right. It's not the same thing any 2 days in a row.
Correct.
That's actually what I love.
Yes.
If I can keep it stacked. Well, man, you're local to Huntsville, which most of our guests are. So we're excited that you were able to come through and hang out with us today. So now we are comfortable.
For the therapy session.
We have divided the stranger. Got our clipboards on. We pull the glasses down. Now, how did that make you feel?
Okay.
This is our therapy session, and we're ready. We're ready for. We all want to get a collective. out of this joint. All right. So tell us, share with us an experience you've had.
Okay. So I feel like we talked a little bit before the show started, and I had an idea in my head.
Yeah.
But as we started talking, another one came to me.
Oh,
so
yes. Come on with it.
I love the pivot.
Yeah. This is just totally off of my head. Hopefully this client never watches this video. So.
Well, we don't say names here.
We get that all the time.
No names.
So it's okay.
No names. But I mainly coach women.
Uh-huh.
This is about a time that I chose to coach a man because he came and asked for my services.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could do that. So I did.
Yeah.
But I will probably never do it again.
Learning.
And here's why.
Right there.
You see? Okay.
All right. So basically, because I offer life coaching to women, but really, I don't market myself a lot. That's one of my least favorite parts of entrepreneurship, to be honest with you. I don't like selling myself. I don't like selling my services. So my personal brand online is just a kind of an organic way for me to talk about it. So I will share my own experiences or experiences I'm having with other clients.
Right.
And at the end of it, just sort of pitch, if you would like to
Boom.
That
hit me up,
Well,
right?
This is my entire world.
Okay.
Everything you just said.
Okay,
That's it.
so you
That's
get
the
it.
whole thing. Yes.
So I was just kind of posting online. This young gentleman followed me and started sort of watching my journey, the things that I talk about, like, finding contentment, fulfillment in your work, setting healthy boundaries so that you can have a higher quality of life, like that kind of thing. And he needed that. So he reaches out, and he had gotten a testimonial from another client of mine, that he knew personally.
Okay.
Yes.
And she was like, oh yeah, Taina is bomb. Like she's one of what I call like my valedictorian clients.
Yeah.
Okay? She's like
Yeah,
top
yeah.
of the class.
Yeah.
Shows up every day ready to work.
Oh, yeah.
We worked together for 8 weeks, and in that time she literally pivoted career paths.
Whoa.
In 8 weeks. Like at the beginning of the 8 weeks, she said, I feel stuck. I don't want to do this anymore. I have a degree I'm not using. I don't know what to do. By the end of the 8 weeks, we had gone through a whole will of God framework together where we prayed, did Bible study. We talked about her strengths. We did a whole inventory essentially of her life.
Yeah.
And by the end of the 8 weeks, she had interviewed and gotten another job.
Come on.
In 8 weeks, okay?
You changing lives out here.
She says that about me all the time, and she's the person who makes me believe that because
Okay. Dope. You got to have that. Yeah.
She makes
you gotta
me
have
believe.
That. Yeah.
She's like, no, I can't tell you enough how much you actually changed my life, right? So he hears from her what I do, and so he's like, do that for me. And I'm like, okay.
Me too.
You got your money?
Sign me up.
Okay,
I know,
cool.
right? Keep point.
Can you
got
pay?
your money.
Because she paid.
Yeah.
She paid up front.
Yes.
You have your money.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
So we worked it out, right? We start working together. And I don't know if this is a man thing. You might have to speak up for your, for your people.
I'm ready. I'm okay
When
with it too.
When I give my
right?
women assignments, they do the work. And it's not always like very clear on their end why I'm asking them to do a thing, but I know why I'm asking them to do a thing, right?
Yeah.
And if you pay me as the expert, you should
You
trust that
you know what you're talking about.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I give this young man something to do. He says okay. He comes back the next week and I'm like, hey, did you do the journaling like I told you? Because you said you have spiraling thoughts. You said that you have a hard time kind of with, scattered thinking and all these other things. Like, have you done the journaling? Because that is one of the ways that we get our thoughts out of our head onto paper to make sense of it. No, I'm not really a journaling person. Brother.
You're not a journaling person.
What? So why are we here?
Why are we here? What do you expect me to do for you?
Wait. Your breakthrough is on the other side of the journaling.
Yes.
Do the thing
thing.
You brought me a problem. I gave you a solution.
And you're not willing to
I'm
do
not
it.
a journaling person. I said, all right, let's try something else. I offered a different solution. Go outside and walk, because scientifically it's shown that walking actually helps your brain to process. Because it's like an automatic thing that you can do, so your brain doesn't have to focus on what it's doing per se, and it's able to work through problems that otherwise, if you're stagnant, it's having a hard time with, right? I said walk and maybe do a voice memo on your phone as you're walking to get the thoughts out, or something to that effect. Week 2, do you think he did the walk?
Don't tell me I'm not a walker.
No. If he said I'm not a walker, I'm done. I'm done.
He's like, I just work and I had late days and and it just felt like it was always something with this guy.
Excuse.
And so by the end of it,
I have no excuses for my for my
like,
gender.
What's up with y'all?
I have none.
I think maybe because some of this stuff felt like intangibles, and maybe men, I feel like men kind of like to like give me
the thing.
Yeah, give me a hard task, you know, that I can really, I can overcome it, you know, that kind of thing. And so I feel like it was a hard, you know, thing for him to do. And so I just decided we probably won't be doing that again.
Yeah, he got fired.
Yeah, we probably won't be doing that again. So we finished our sessions together, and we came out of it on the same page.
Okay.
But I did also refer him to somebody else.
Okay.
And moving forward, I think I probably won't be taking very many men. I need a better what's the, like, sort of a assessment or something.
No, it's
before to
you
know
say completely no man.
Yeah,
I get it, because that was just one.
That's
I mean, so and this is definitely a learning experience.
Yes.
But then this also could be a tweaking experience. So I've done a number of coaching clients, both men and women. But what I'm doing is the same thing across the board.
Right.
I'm really just kind of walking them through these processes. And then the one thing that I found to be the outlier, right? Outside of the analytics and the, you know, frameworks, the thumbnails, the descriptions, the things that you need to do to actually get your show off the ground or get your content started, motivation. That is the one piece that I've said. It's like, this is non-technical at all.
Yes.
It's like, how do I get them started?
Right.
And I have found that for women, they are far more willing to start.
I don't know.
They're willing to try whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas some of my guys, they're just kind of like, and so how does that work again? I'm like, bruh,
just do what
can you give it a try first? I mean, argue with me when it doesn't work.
Right.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, have you done it before? No, I've never done that before. So how do you know it doesn't work?
Know?
Can you give it a try?
I have done it.
But I've figured out some ways to kind of, you know, wrap it into, you know, as they say, the medicine, you put it in the yogurt or whatever. But I figured out some ways to and
package it a little differently.
Package it slightly different. And then what it's all what's it called? Results based. So I'm like, okay, we're looking to do this. This is going to get you there.
Right.
Are you sure? Yes. This is going to get you here. Okay.
And maybe that's the difference, is that with women, they're just kind of open to seeing where it goes.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Whereas
for the
with
journey,
men,
right.
they need to know, like, what's going to be the outcome. And often, if that outcome isn't, like, immediate, sort of, they're not clear on, like, why am I doing
now,
this?
I will say that there are, again, outliers to what we're saying as well. Because there are some women who are like, I need to know what the result is.
Right.
I did a coaching session with a lady who's an executive, and she had her team on the call. And she was absolutely like, I don't know about this. One of her team members was like, we need to get a coaching session with Kirk. And she was like, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
She gets into the session, 15 minutes in, just in general conversation. I shared an idea, and she was just like, okay, that's it. That's all.
Okay.
That idea, that's the one.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm going to leave now. And she left me with her team to body out that idea.
Wow. Okay.
She's like, that idea was worth
that was
5
enough for
of
her,
these sessions.
and then she's
gone.
gone.
She was like, I'm good.
Yeah, so you're right. You can't make generalizations and just say
so
all men are all women.
Yeah.
But I just realized that because I'm used to working with women, there's a way that I approach things, and women just generally respond in a certain way.
So you're gonna have to pivot.
That's right.
Figure out how to do
and this is what's good for business is recognizing, you know, because for us, we don't like dealing with big businesses. We just know that what we provide is best provided when we're working with the main person, the main decision maker. When I'm
Which
working,
is harder to get if you're working with a big business.
So true.
When I'm working with like a marketer or the content creator, and they're in this sea of people. I'm like, we can't even make decisions on the strategy because you're not actually the decision maker. You're actually the doer, right?
Yeah.
So I really shouldn't be talking with you, and that's the challenge. And we recognize that in our business, and I think this is what entrepreneurship is all about. It's figuring out where is my secret sauce best applied.
Correct. And so one of my coaches, she's a coach to me, kind of told me that. She was like, you got to figure out exactly who you're talking to and who you're working with, because otherwise you're going to have to keep tweaking things to accommodate this person that's a little bit outside of your target. A little bit outside of your target. So just hone in on your target. And I have been the bad client, I think, resisting her a little bit, because I just felt like, well, I want to help so many people, And she's like, Focus on the target. You'll get other people outside of the target, but focus on your target audience. And so that's why I'm like, okay, I probably need to just stick to Christian women for the most part. If outliers come, I probably need to have an assessment where I'm able to sort of determine whether they're a good fit or not.
Yeah, and then also having a recommendation. I know, like, we only do WordPress on the web design side, and so somebody comes with Wix, they come with, what's the other one?
Squarespace.
We have our
people that we can,
and you can refer them.
It's like, we don't do that, but boom. So you're not leaving them in the lurch.
You're not leaving them in the lurch,
right? Because they're like, because sometimes somebody's referred to you. They're thinking, man, you're gonna
solve their problem.
That's it.
You're
like,
the answer.
Right? That's it. This is it. You're the answer.
Yep.
And so you don't want to get into like, oh dang, I went to them. They don't do work.
Right.
I'm in trouble. So we wanted to make sure we have some people that we trust, that we can send them to and say, boom, you go over here.
Yep.
But there's something that you said a second ago that I don't want anybody to miss. I've often heard it said, if your coach doesn't have a coach, fire that coach. And you just said, with my coach.
Right. Yeah, and I've had multiple.
Oh, and this is what I know about coaches. They have multiple coaches.
Yeah, because so my background is in public health, as you can tell. I did not go to school for entrepreneurship or any sort of business background, and then I also didn't necessarily go to school for coaching. I went to school to understand theory and principle behind behavior change and outcome, well-being, and stuff like that. Right. So I have the knowledge for that, and I can back up my theories with science and studies and case studies, and then even my own experience.
That's it.
But I needed someone to teach me, how does that translate to coaching an individual? How does that translate to coaching a group? What are the sort of activities that help people to sort of integrate what you're teaching them into their lives? So that's what I have either paid other people to do, or I've studied, and those are the things that you have to learn.
It's so true.
To fill in the gaps when you might not, have that expertise.
That's excellent.
That's it,
that's
right?
Really
Listen, it's called doing the work. Doing the behind the scenes, outside of the limelight, non-sexy work. That's what it looks like. It's work.
Especially as an influencer, like a lot of what you do is in front of the camera. Right. So this is the part of entrepreneurship that is like very different than just content creation or whatever. Like that part's not gonna be. No one's gonna see that. No. But if you have integrity and you want to do your work well, you want to, offer the best results. You have to do that work behind the scenes.
Yeah, you do.
So.
That's good.
A lot of tips.
You gotta work behind the scenes, y'all. You gotta work behind the scenes, man. So it's in this scenario with this is a guy. Yeah. So it ended well.
It did.
It ended well.
It ended on good terms. Yeah. I ran into him in real life, and I was like, oh hey, it's you. Yes. It was good. It was good.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Those are good things. You want those kinds of things, but you also recognize what it means for you and your business and how you want to move forward.
True.
Correct.
You never forget the ones that help you to really course correct.
That's true. Never. You don't. I won't. God bless
never forget that, client.
Yeah, because in between the beginning and the good ending, it was a lot of frustration on my part, because I was like, I want this to work for you. I really want it to work for you, because I think people underestimate how much we value our customer success. Like, it's not just you paid me and now we're done. Like, I want you to win. I want this to work for you. Yes. That's why I do this work. Otherwise, I would just do stuff that solely benefited me and walk away. But I choose to work with people because I want to see them win. Yes. For me, it's like a part of ministry too. It is. I feel like God gives us certain gifts to impart to other people. To help other people. So like, dude, I want you to win.
I want you to win at this. Please. I want this to work for you. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that is so good. But then there's also this other component of as the provider, as the professional, wanting it more than they wanted.
Sometimes, and very unfortunately,
and unfortunately, that's a losing scenario. No matter how you slice it, it's just not going to work.
See, that was the story I was thinking of before we started. Where I had two women clients. I had them in a group because I do group coaching and individual, and they were like feeding off of each other's negativity. So we would come to the group sessions, and they would be like, just venting and venting and venting, and
it's always negative.
It was just very negative. And so finally, after the second time it happened, I was like, guys, you are paying me for 90 minutes of solutions. We are not, I get it. It's right. This is not a venting session. By the end of this, you want to come out with something changed. You want to come out with a new outlook. So if you just keep rehearsing the same like struggles over and over again, you're just going to leave with that. Yeah, is that what you want?
This is so good because that's actually what this space is for.
Right.
Is for you to vent.
That's right.
So come to the Incubators couch.
That's right.
And
if y'all want to vent,
right? Then go to your coach to get your solutions right. Come to the Incubators couch, vent, go to your coach and get your solutions right. Because I'm gonna be honest, I had a call with somebody yesterday, and it's a 30-minute introductory call, and this guy spent like 25.
Yeah, just talking.
I was like, bro,
wasting time.
I've got to go. I've got to leave. I've got stuff to do. I've got other things coming up. Like, man, we can't be like this.
Yep.
But yeah, no, that's you also touched on something there as well. That dynamic of one negative feeding off of another.
Correct.
I've experienced that as well.
Yeah.
Man, you just
that
you got to figure out ways to.
Yes, that taught me when I'm setting up my groups, I have to think about their personalities as well when I put them into the group. Yeah. So then when I had another group, I had like someone who was very inspirational. Like she was just super optimistic, always willing to see the best in the outcome. And I had sort of my Debbie Downers who were like, no, that's not going to work. I tried that before.
You got to balance it. Yeah. You got to have the downer.
Yeah.
The downer is necessary.
And then I've got my people in the middle. I've got the people who sort of don't want to do the work, and the ones. So that way, when they come together, it's a good mix.
Yeah. Those motivators, what gets people to the table, and then sometimes in the group dynamic is that I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want to come next week not having done.
And that's why you need the opposites.
Yes.
Right. So that way that's what they feed off each other. Like, man, I see how she showed up last week. She had done her assignment. She saw results. I want that too. I don't want to be like the Debbie Downer or the whatever.
I don't want to leave this group session and be the only one that doesn't have transformation. Like,
that's it. So they started showing up, doing the work, and I think that was my group of 5, and I was not sure like how that was going to work. That's a lot of people to try to speak to each of them in 90 minutes. Yeah. But they were learning from each other. So I'd be coaching, Kirk on his thing, but then Kanique would be like, you know what? That applies to me as well. I'm going to try that too. That kind of thing. So that taught me like sometimes bigger is not, it's not that scary. There's a way for them to learn from one another, and not just from me.
Yeah. I feel like I've dominated the conversation, but because we're both coaches, and so there's a lot of synergy there. In fact, I got to get you to come on my Wednesday show, which is called the Coach's Corner with Kirk.
Okay.
So sometimes I have an actual potential coaching client come on, and we just rip apart their socials, break down what's going on with that stuff. It is a lot of fun.
Do mine.
Oh yeah. Other times I just have another coach come on, and we'll just kind of take people's questions. So with you, it'd probably be a combination. So we can field some of the audience's answers, and then we can
I know my stuff is janky right now. I already know that. You don't have to tell me.
You already have the right attitude.
Okay, cool.
Now I will say that I had a guy come on who was another coach.
Yes.
And I was like, bruh, help me field some of these questions. Your boy got a full session out that joint.
He did. Really?
Yeah, he did. He like messaged me afterwards, like, bro, where's the bill? Because I got like, you completely changed my joint.
Nice.
Yeah, that was like what.
And that wasn't your intention. Like you were bringing him on.
No, I was bringing him on to help me field questions.
Wow.
So. But that was priceless. But no, man, listen, take a few more minutes. I know we're probably over time, I would imagine, but take a few minutes, share with folks where they can find you, follow you. What are some of the things you got coming up next? There might be a Christian woman out there that is sitting here listening to this like, what?
Right.
How do I get in touch? How can I get on the schedule? I'm
mostly on Instagram. That's kind of where I live, at the Taina Nixon. And then my website is that's my email. Hello at TainaNixon.com.
Yes.
Is my email. Hit me up. You can check out my page, see what I do, see if it interests you, or if you just want to be friends. Like I call my Instagram following my InstaFam because I literally feel like they've watched my kid grow up and I've sort of, that's why I like a personal brand even more than, and that's probably I don't know, maybe not the best business tip, but I like that people know me, the person, and then they grow from there to pay me for my services or whatever. Cool. So they know what they're getting themselves into. They know what I offer, the kind of person that I am. So whether it's coaching, whether it's consulting, if people come to me about how to start their own personal brand or whatever, and then now I'm doing content creation for organizations as well. So hit me up.
That's good. Everything what you just shared there, I just as a cap, just to round it all off. There's a the analogy I always use is if you look at Elevation and Stephen Furtick. Stephen Furtick's followers and numbers are way better than Elevation. Same thing for Michael Todd and Transformation Church. I mean, go down the line. People resonate more with the person than they resonate with the brand or the organization. So what you're doing, in my opinion, is that's the ultimate cheat code. That's the way, actually. And so we'll have some other conversations. Anyway, fam, listen, was this not dope?
Yeah, it was great. It was really good. Really good. Thank you, Taina, for coming through.
You're welcome. Happy to be here. It was a good time.
We'll see y'all in the next one.
See, I am ready. I'm ready. See, I wasn't distracted by somebody. But y'all, so if you need a coach, Taina Nixon, y'all, she is really good. And she's here in Huntsville. So hit up her socials, check her out. She has a great following on Instagram. So definitely reach out to her.
I want to say this because some of you I'm seeing some new names that we haven't seen before. So I want to say this real quick. The only part of our show that is not live is the interview. The rest of it, we are live right now. So Dr. LaTracy, I see your comment saying it was dope. We are here with you. Marianne, we busted out laughing when you said, I'm kind of all of those people.
The Debbie Downer.
All of them. Yeah. And you know what? I feel like to an extent, you have seasons.
You have some.
Or there may be a thing, like a project where you're like, yo, I'm a downer right now.
Yeah.
So I think it's that's a freeing thing to just kind of see that aspect of yourself. But we busted out laughing. I wasn't gonna lie. That was cathartic right there. I was like, yeah. You have permission in this space to kind of recognize, like, yo, I'm kind of all of them. That was fun.
And Dr. LaTracy, go ahead and put your name, your business name, and what you do, and where you are, so we can kind of give you a shout out as well. Put it in the chat. And I know Shavavian did hers right before the interview, so I want to make sure we shout her out.
Please, yes.
Shavavian, she is the founder of Alistair Virtual Assistant Services.
That's correct.
She is a virtual assistant, y'all, and she's working with some of the people I know. I'm like, yes. They love her, y'all.
Yes, I can tell you from personal experience, she is detail oriented.
And she don't play.
Yeah. And I love her approach because she really tries to understand the person and some of their quibbles and quirks. Like I have OCD, and you know what I'm saying, I'm a little much, but she got right in there. She's like, okay, so when you need it like this, I'm like, yeah, kind of like this, and she was like, okay, bet, boom, that's the way you need it. I can get it that way. I was like, what?
And if you're a person who don't like to say like things to your clients, like the hard things, ask Shavavian to do it for you.
Your girl Shavavian, I love that.
She will do it.
I'm not gonna lie, my VA is a little too
nice.
Too nice, a little too weak-kneed in my opinion. I'm just like, sis, you.
But let me finish.
Okay,
She's a VA for small business owners and entrepreneurs. If you're looking to take all that tedious back-end business stuff off your plate, let her help you, people. Let her help you.
And listen, VAs are. She's here in Huntsville, but there's no reason why she can't work with you. Anywhere. So her information is in the chat. Want to make sure that we get a chance to shout her out. Listen, I'm going to say this again, even though we're going to talk about what we just experienced, the collective from the therapy session. But I want to say this again. When you come next week, just put your information in the chat. Your business name, where you're located, who you serve. Business name, where you're located, who you serve. Let's just get into a rhythm of that. That's another major component that we want here in this space. We want to make sure that we get a chance to highlight businesses. Yes, we want to highlight the businesses of those who we've had on the couch, but we want to highlight the businesses of those who are regular watchers. And you just never can tell. I mean, somebody's going to come across this and they may, they may resonate with what was shared in terms of the conversations and the resources and the host rant, but they also may think, oh shoot, here's a business coach, here's a
that
VA.
you can partner with or definitely go and get business from. You never know. So put it in the chat.
So let me read this one real quick. Dr. Lewis Tracy says, hey there, Black authors.
Whoa, that's huge.
All right. I'm gonna read it. I'll read it. Hey there, Black Authors Rock is a full-service coaching, consulting, publishing firm and bookstore specializing in the 3 pillars of publishing, printing, and promotion. Ooh, I like the alliteration. Come on with the P's. Our nonprofit is BAR, a arts collective specializing in arts and entertainment. We are in Huntsville. I love it. Thank you so much for putting that in the chat. And this is the thing, you never can tell. Somebody may have a similar business in another city, and there may be some synergy, some partnerships that you can put together there. That's why we want to make sure that we share these things every time we go live, every time we have a live show. So let's just get into the rhythm of that. Now.
Recap on the
Come
on.
Come on.
Wow, your target audience, y'all.
Come on. Well, but before we get to target audience, I saw several 3s in the chat. All right. That what that signified was you are throwing some things against the wall,
see what sticks.
and you were resonating with the odd jobs comment, right? And I just wanted to kind of double click there. I didn't want to let that just pass by.
Yeah.
The odd jobs joint is for real.
For real, yo. We have
that
so
joint
many
is for real.
pots on the stove.
Move
trying
that
to make it not
Move that one. Move that
we
one.
got a lot going on. Trying to see what sticks because you don't know,
No, you
man.
don't.
You never know what sticks. And we believe in the multiple streams of income.
Yeah, that's the everyday millionaire.
Like,
everyday millionaire.
we about that life.
Yes,
we
are.
trying to make that money.
No. I believe in speaking that thing out loud. I'm about that. Everyday millionaire life. Yes, I want the F-150. I want all of it. I want all of it. So multiple streams of income and stuff. You get that ding in the morning from money that has been deposited and you haven't done any quote unquote work.
Oh, hallelujah, glory. Every
Y'all
day
gonna have
of
me
the
doing
week.
a whole dance in here. But yeah, the odd jobs and making things stick. I wanted to say it because I didn't want it to make it seem like, that's a season and you're done. I want you to know that I have sat with business coaches, folks who have done the dang thing, and they're still throwing things against the wall. They're even now still throwing things against the wall to see what's sticking. And I'm like, bro, you've already made it. He's like, yeah, but the moment I believe that, I'm done. The moment I internalize that, I'm finished. Got to stay hungry.
You have
so
to.
I know we were kind of leaning on the quote unquote negative side of it, but I wanted to kind of showcase the other side of it as well. Got to have a healthy hunger. So, but yes, now target audience, talk to us.
Target audience, you have to know your target audience. And when you just start out, you're going to experience some that are not your target audience. That really helps you to figure out, exactly who is that person you're speaking to. And that was her experience.
Right.
And you have to go through that process when you start a business.
You're going to be refining.
Yeah.
I said this to somebody just the other day, and we were talking about their content, and I was talking about niching down, and she was very hesitant to exclude because she was like, well, I just feel like if I make it too specific, then won't I alienate, all these larger audiences? I'm like, no, actually, no, you won't.
No.
You won't. Actually, what you'll do is you niching down not only helps you know who you best serve, but also helps those who would patronize you know that you're just not for them.
Yeah.
So that's one side of it. But the other thing is, what I found is when you begin to stack those interests that are seldom stacked, you really find a niche that is very unique. Okay.
Yeah.
So Kanique is a web designer. She's also a person of faith. That's a stack.
That's already a stack.
She's a woman in tech. Stack.
That's already a stack.
Because she brings her tech to her web design. This is a very unique space already, and I've only gone through 3. I could go further. She's a mother. Stack. You see what I'm saying? And when you look at it from that perspective, you're actually not losing anything. now you're being true to who you really are.
Yes, you are.
I mean, that's so me now. So now you can have conversations with your client. Like, yeah, because as a mother, and
they can
girl,
resonate.
boom.
They can resonate,
this is
man.
what I'm saying. You got to know what that target audience looks like. And it's not just from a content perspective, it's also from a business perspective, because target audience is for both.
Yes, and I see you in the chat, Dr. LaTracy. That's why she started Black Authors
I
Rock.
love that.
Come on,
I love
she
that.
knew her niche.
She's like, look, you gotta find that thing. She said, okay, that's good. But those are the pieces I always resonate with. Instead of thinking of it as exclusion, look at it as, this is who I am. Yeah. This is who I am. And you are not everybody. Let's be clear. You
can't service everybody.
You're just not.
No.
And that's why I say there's way too much food on the table for us not all to eat. Yeah. We can eat. What's your boy Gumbo Network say? We're gonna eat good.
We're gonna eat good. Eat good.
We're gonna eat good. We're gonna eat good. No, it was a phenomenal show today.
It was.
We're already over time.
Yeah, and I know she talked about, every coach should have a coach.
Yeah, Doc.
Like that, I think was really great. If you have a business coach that they don't have a coach, like you might be like,
they've never actually been in coaching. Nah, Jack. Nah. I like this. Okay, Marianne says, my target audience is entrepreneurs who appreciate working with me as a local business owner. Yes. Also women who are 30s to 70s, decision makers. That's critical.
That's a good one.
But also creatives. That's big. We might need to do a show.
Because we like to work with the decision makers.
We might need to do a show just on target audience.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. Yeah.
I think that's a whole show right there. Deborah says there's room for all of us. I learned this from one of my members years ago. My mentors years ago. Yeah. Absolutely.
Room for everyone, man.
No, there really is. I came into the content world when it was a lot more ubiquitous. I'm told by my mentors that it was dog eat dog.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It was view for view. Like if you're getting views and I'm not, I cannot be friends with you. It was very much that way.
Okay.
Like if somebody had a video and then you did a similar video and you started to siphon some of their views, enemies. Whereas now that stuff is encouraged, right? Like, hey, I saw your video was recommended after my video. Let's do a show. That's what the environment is now.
That's good.
So I came in at a very good time. So I couldn't agree with you more, Deborah. It's about that. It's about recognizing their space at the table. For me, it's not a what's the term? It's a mindset term. It's not poverty, not a no, it's gone. But anyway, it's deficiency mind. It's not a mindset that says there's not enough. It's a mindset that there's an abundance, that there is an abundance. My coach, one of our mentors, I'm rolling your hill. You know what I'm talking. He says.
Scarcity mindset.
Scarcity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night. It was on the tip of my tongue. But he says if there are problems still to be solved in the world, then there's still money to be made.
Yes, come on.
There's still money to be made.
Money to be made.
As long as there are problems, then there's money to be made.
Find that problem. Figure out the solution.
That's it. And the solution over here may need to be tweaked slightly for this audience over here.
Yes.
And so there's always going to be more there. Okay, growth mindset, Dr. Lynn, everybody's helping me out with the mindset. Y'all saw me struggling. Thank you so much. I was struggling. I was like, dang, what is it? Thank you so much.
I love to see it. Dr. LaTracy is trying to connect with Miss Marion. So y'all connect, make the connections.
Make those connections. And you guys are actually both in Huntsville, so that's dope. Yeah. Shavivian says, yes, target audience is like 4 or 5 shows. See what I'm talking about? I think that's because we're looking for a series that we can do ourselves.
Yeah,
without necessarily having. We want to have a set that's just live because the engagement piece I feel is where it's at. So we love the guests, but we might just make that like more of a special thing. Like, hey, we're having a guest. So we want to do a series, and I think target audience may be the series that we do because there's so much overlap between content and business. We can kind of play with that a little bit. Thank you so much for that for confirmation, Shabavian. You're dope. She says, ooh, that's good. No, he told us that when he told me that thing, I was like, yeah. He's like, so are you saying that there's no more problems in the world? I was like, never that. He's like, well, there's always an opportunity to make money. I was like, guess what? Let's go.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yep.
I'm about that life.
Just look for those problems, man.
Let's go get that. Let's go get that guapo. Let's go get that bag. All right, we're way over time.
What time is it?
It's 8:04.
We way over.
We way over, but
Sorry,
we just
y'all.
having a grand old time. This feels like first,
Season 1.
Yeah. With all, y'all need to know. I love comments. So you know what I'm saying. Just keep the comments coming.
We love the comments.
I
we love
comments.
It. But in wrapping things up,
while we land this plane, no, but I do think that target audience is a critical piece, and it is an iterative process.
Yeah.
It's never done. It's like a Google Doc, right? You just keep on editing it and editing it, editing it and editing it. And
when you come in contact with different clients, you're like, okay, yeah, edit that. I don't want that one. Yeah, I want this one. Yeah. You're constantly editing it.
Or you edit, and like we, because we had, there was a couple pieces to the interview with Taina where we talked about the client, and she kind of said, I don't know if I'm going to do men anymore, but then we kind of started to lean towards, well, for men maybe there's a different approach. So maybe, I'm not saying she should or she shouldn't, it's up to her, but maybe in some of those instances the client isn't, the bad client or bad experience isn't necessarily there to tell you that this is not the type of person for you.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes it's there to help you know you might need to augment and
change how you handle those specific clients.
Yeah. Maybe she said an assessment or your intake process. I think Marianne said she asked a ton of questions because she really wants to gain clarity. That was part of our host rant actually even for tonight. And those are you may shift or change. Maybe not necessarily that you say, I'm just not going to go after that anymore.
Yeah.
But there some things you just can't change, like
We're back. And things happen.
Okay.
And we're blurry, but
yeah,
we're a little blurry now. The camera.
It's very blurry.
The camera was like, y'all need to stop talking.
Fam, we love you.
See y'all in the next one.
We will see y'all in the next one. Grace and peace. Be blessed. I still can't find the outro button. There.